Hello, fellow old farts. Hi there. How's everyone today? I don't know if we got have anybody here, but me and Waypoint, New England. Waypoint, and I'm keeping him up. It is nap time, and I'm making him stay awake. Well, thank you for finding me, and thank you for joining. And I hope we have quite a few more people. Hi, Andrew. I'm glad you're here. And Roger, how's everything in Switzerland today? We need to hear from you. Give me a few moments here, and I'm going to put the link to join in here today. I've got a few things to kind of at least start a conversation with. But I also am interested in if anybody else has got something interesting to talk about. Hey, one visionarial, I see you're out there. Thank you. Andrew, I have to make you a moderator here. I want to make everybody a moderator here. And so that you're able to interchange with other people who are on here. Well, great. And Johnny, hey, Johnny, nice to see you. Listen, if you got a minute, I'm going to ask you to jump on the show here, Johnny. I have, this is a unique show. I have no topic, I have no guest, and I have nothing special to talk about. I'm going to put here in the chat right now. I just posted the link to join in the chat here. So if you've got a camera and a video or a camera and a microphone and are able to jump on a StreamYard link, please feel comfortable and confident to jump in and join in here. I've got a few topics that are coming up. I know I think I probably went overboard on the is DJI drone going to be banned from the United States? But I was, truly concerned, and I'm still very concerned about that. And I probably, I spent a couple shows talking about that, but I'd sure like to hear what everybody else's opinion so far on that is. And like I said, I don't know if I went too far. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Bob.
How you doing? Thank you for jumping in. I
Yeah, I got to go pick up my granddaughter I got about 15 minutes, but I saw
Oh,
you
that's
on.
fine.
Yeah,
15 minutes is wonderful. No problem.
yeah. So how
No
you been?
problem. I've been good. I've been real good. We're experiencing some early summer here.
Oh yeah, here
And
too.
yeah, it's we're hitting the 90s this week here, and and of course the majority of the city of Las Vegas is all hockey crazy at this moment. Hockey has kind of taken over the sports world of Las Vegas.
Wow,
That's
and I've never been to a hockey game ever.
well, I would love to take you. That would be a thrill.
Yeah, yeah. I
It
mean,
is.
yeah, I watched a little bit, but never experienced. They did have a team in Baton Rouge for a while, but I
Uh-huh.
guess a minor league team, but it was
Yeah.
pretty popular.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's the AHL, which is like the minor league of the NHL, and then there's three or four other circuits, other leagues that are playing in smaller cities, and
Cool.
stuff like that.
Yeah, y'all fixing to get a baseball team. You got football. I'll tell you what, Las Vegas is definitely going, man.
Oh yeah, there was news today that the baseball team, the Oakland A's, they supposedly had a complete deal all set there was a casino called the Wild West.
I seen that picture of something, you know.
Yeah, and they were going to take that completely out there. They completely demolished the casino, but the piece of property is sitting there,
Right.
and it's like right across from it's like within a half a mile of where the Golden Knights are playing, and a half a mile the other direction where the Raiders are playing. And today, actually, the news broke last night that the Oakland A's made a deal with, they're going to buy out the Tropicana Hotel, and they're going to flatten the Tropicana Hotel
Oh wow.
and build a baseball stadium on that corner. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We're probably going to have a couple more implosions here soon, and those
Yeah.
are always fun.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I see Lance. Lance will be a guest on our show tonight on Five for Fun show. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that he was going to be on. Lance and I are pretty much talking almost every day here about, mostly about the Kraken versus the Knights here. So how's the new house? Tell me what's
Man, you
going
know,
on.
hey, yeah, this is. I say this is it. You know, kind of sitting here at the. I usually
Looks
sit back in the
beautiful.
room, but I was right here, so yeah, kind of. I see that fan going over my head, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's fine.
of course
Yeah,
the fireplace. I won't need for a while, but hey, it's there,
yeah,
and then you know, kind of like
beautiful.
that's like the kitchen and.
Wow. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I like it. You know, I don't know if it quite feels like home yet. I was at my other
yeah.
place a long time, and but hey, it will. You know.
Are you still doing the same job with the cemetery
Yeah,
there and all
absolutely.
that?
Yeah, yeah. I manage the
Yeah.
cemetery. You know, and
Uh-huh.
of course I have
Well,
a couple
good.
rental properties, and of course I just got through flying this little puppy right here.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
did one battery, and I was sitting out on the porch. So yeah.
well, I stuck my toes in. I didn't buy a Nevada, but I bought the Integra and I bought the Motion 2 controller.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, I'm charging
Yep.
it up right now. Yeah.
I bought those. They're supposed to arrive sometime next week.
I tell
And
you, you know, I really do like it. I know my son-in-law. We got him the same day. He did crash his Avata, but anyway, he should be getting it back. But he'd ordered a stick controller because he wanted. Of course, he's got the Motion too because he ordered the same package. But
yeah,
he wants to fly a manual, but I really like the motion control. I mean, I know I put a little video up of me going through that real estate sign, and listen, it's no big deal for people who do that all the time, but for me it was a big deal. And
yeah, yeah,
without this and without the Avata, I probably would. Well, I'm not saying I could never do that, but I had just never caught on to FPV, and
yeah,
this
yeah.
is just fun, you know.
Me neither. I've tried it. I've put on, like Fat Shark goggles before with a real FPV, and I couldn't get anywhere. I mean, I went up and down. I crashed that thing probably 20 times.
Yeah, I see
And
Lance. Lance, you're asking a question. Yeah, these bumpers. Tony Fives printed me these, but they come off like. Let me just show you.
oh yeah,
I
oh
mean,
that's nice.
they come off in like 1 second. So you know, so you can
Wow.
put the drone in the case, and I just lay this on top. No, it's on my arm, but I just lay
Yeah,
it on top the. And I got the same case. I sent Ron that case from Start RC. But yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it's very easy to take off. Comes on, and I mean, it probably takes. Well, you saw how fast I took it
yeah,
off.
yeah. No, 30 seconds. It was off.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So and then
Yeah.
and Tony was kind enough to print me. I mean, he actually printed me 4 sets of these, a different.
Is that still squishy? You can
Yeah, yeah,
still.
it's soft. It's a soft, yeah.
It's soft.
Mhm.
Okay. Huh.
And Tony sent me those, and of course I gave my son-in-law two, and I got two, and but
Oh,
yeah,
good.
the case, the hard. I like the hard case. Some people love the
Yeah.
satchels or the
Yeah.
backpacks, but personally,
No, but
I like
for
the.
that, I'd like to make sure nothing gets screwed up in the case. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that
yeah, and
that's
this is
true.
the little tail fin or battery clip from Start RC. I mean, it
Yeah,
takes. I just take it off and lay it in the case, so everything takes. I mean, hey,
yeah,
got to prepare your drone anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to try it with the Mini 3. That's my intention. I have a Mini 3 Pro,
Yeah.
and
I've
I
done it. I've done it a few times. It flies good. I mean, I just hope. I mean, and listen, you can fly your drone. I know we talked about it on Drone Nation and stuff. I mean,
sure.
you can fly it like you want to, but yeah, I just hope people don't start thinking they can shoot gaps and all with the Mini 3 Pro or the Mavic.
No.
I mean, but you definitely can go up high. I went up high, and I've because when I got my Avata, my Fly More kit was like 3 or 4 days behind, so I only had one
Wow.
battery to fly. So I was flying the Mini 3 Pro a lot with the motion controller, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm looking forward to. And here, I mean, even with I have a triple tech uh,
Tablet.
and tablet, and I use a sun shield around it, and still it's so bright here in Las Vegas. That I mean, I still have a hard time
I'll tell you
seeing it.
these goggles, and I've only had maybe Ken Hoffbauer passed by here last year, and we had some
Uh
crowd
huh.
fishing all together, and I tried his goggles too, or maybe God, I don't even know, but it might have been a version
Yeah.
two. But anyway, man, these things are incredible. They're small. I like the battery back here. They adjust
Yeah.
easy, man, and in the sight it is so clear. I mean,
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to. Even so, I mean, here we can only usually fly in the summertime
right,
between about 6 a.m. to maybe about 10 in the morning.
right.
After that, it's over 100 degrees, and they seem to putter out in about 5 minutes in a
Yeah,
hundred degrees.
and especially guy before we were flying with these phones, that was even
Oh,
worse.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know Captain Joe and I go fly at the river or wherever the lighthouse, and even in
yeah,
that, it's so easy. And of course, he's got the RC Pro. I have only the RC, but I
yeah.
always try to grab a little shade too. So you can do that.
Yeah, I'm always looking for a spot with a
Yeah,
good good sized tree and a wide open
yeah,
spot,
yeah.
where I can stand in the shade and fly. So this, I think, by switching to the goggles, that's going to be a a new experience for
You'll
me.
enjoy it. I mean, I think it's really, hey, this controller is very, I mean, and you were at, South Florida Drone Meetup, and look, so many people ask me to
Oh
fly
yeah,
it and try it. Michael Wright, and I know
yeah,
Alexis and Barkley, but I mean,
yeah.
I just have a thing about flying somebody else's drone, and that's just me.
Well, you put your V copter in my hand there. That
Yeah.
I mean, I you put your Nano in my hand last year, a year ago. It's an experience flying with somebody else's drone.
It
Because
is, yeah, yeah, no lie, but
scared,
I mean, if I've never really done FPV a whole lot. I do have the Tiny Hawk, and I can fly it. I would say fly it very modestly,
Yeah.
but this really just takes I don't know if it takes the learning curve out and all that, but it is really fun. I'm having a blast with it.
Oh, that's great. That is really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, when I sure hope that they make it so that you can use the regular controller, one of the RCN one or the RC, that you can use that with the goggles. I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
forward.
would look for them to do the RC. I'm not sure about the old controller, but the RC I think would be unless they want to make you try to buy the FPV
Now,
stick. You know.
on the Integra, is there a port that you can hook up to another like, can you like
Yeah, actually, if you hook your goggles up to wherever charge it, if you hook your iPhone in to
yeah,
this,
yeah,
my granddaughter just watched on. You open the Fly app and you can actually see what's going on your phone.
watch the flight.
Or you could broadcast to another pair of goggles, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, that's pretty cool because she sat and she just held my cell phone, and it was pretty
You could
neat.
see the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So if I go out, I can hand somebody a tablet. If I'm connected with the wire to it,
yep,
they could watch on the tablet. They could
yep.
watch the flight. Oh, that's good. I want to be able to do that. and of course we can screen record the tablet, and
Yeah.
kind of thing like that. That's good. That's good. So let me put you in the conversation. Do you think the USA is going to ban DJI drones?
I don't think maybe possibly commercially, but as far as a consumer, no, I don't think that'll happen. That's just my personal opinion, and I think I don't know. We've been talking about. I know you've been talking about it. Of course, on Drone Nation they talked about it, and of course everybody's kind of the talk of just like remote ID was and all of that.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
is, and it's. I mean, hey, I don't want to get into politics, but hey, to me,
No,
it's just all political. That's just.
it
And
seems
I'm just
like
saying,
it.
listen, there may be some stuff, and just from I guess a consumer looking in, we think, it will never happen. But hey, lots of things happen that we say are not going to happen, and I feel sorry for those fire departments and first responders and people
Yeah.
who bought those drones. And, but
Oh,
here's the deal, Bob, I know I saw the Arkansas law, and I think it's 2027. Well, listen, if something is wrong today, well, then you shouldn't wait 4 years to if it's, I mean, so that right there kind of makes me think that, well, it could be bad, but it's not as bad as they say,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm kind of, I kind of got a lot of views on that, but hey, I'll keep them to myself, I guess.
Well, I just I think that I don't think it's Republican or Democrat or whatever. I think that it's a fear that China is stealing information from drones.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, every single one of us has one of these in our hand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if China wants to steal information, they got a much better venue here. And every one of these are made in China. I mean, I think the fear is unfounded.
Yeah, I agree at 100. Well, I agree 1,000%. I mean, in those, so some of those states, I mean, some of that money, some of those drones was privately funded, and I'm not sure where they, where that falls in the category of, I know here we have a lot of rural type fire departments. I mean, I live in the city
Yeah,
limits, but so
sure.
and listen, what else? First of all, what else are you gonna get to take his place?
Right,
I
right.
mean,
Well,
are they going to go back to flying helicopters at thousands of dollars an hour?
oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I think that's an important issue here that
yeah, yeah.
is not going to go away. And
I mean,
uh,
drones are cheap, even at $8,000-$10,000 a clip. Once they buy it and can do some of the stuff that they need to do for search and rescue, or
yeah,
serving search warrants and going in before and see
oh
what's
yeah,
milling about. And
right.
but I mean, you throw a helicopter above your house, well, guess what? You're warning everybody.
Oh, everybody knows it's
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So
There's no hiding that.
right,
And
right.
I mean, you could put up one of these little minis up there, and nobody would have a clue
Absolutely.
that it's, if that mini is 200 feet in the air, I can't
And
hear it.
listen, whether it's a Chinese company, Japanese company, even if it's an American company, anybody just getting targeted by some of that stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. And hey, DJI is and we can talk all we want. Yeah, I got a Nano, I got a Light Plus, I got that
Sure.
D copter. But you know what? I mean, none of them will fly as good as DJI. I mean, that's just the
Right.
bottom.
I mean, that the bottom line is,
Right.
the best quality is all in one brand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say, there's an acceptable substitute,
Absolutely. Yeah.
kind of thing. Well, good, good, good. I'm going to bring in Roger. This you might want to like meeting Roger here, Johnny, real quick. Roger, I don't know if you've met Johnny Drone Flyer here before. Roger Zutter is a new moderator on Old Farts with Drones.
Nice to meet you, Roger.
And Roger's in Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
And so he has a unique advantage here, is that, if we get any crap on our group, usually Roger will kill it before it ever gets to the United States. So
It's already there, but you guys are sleeping. So
Hey, Roger. Well, look, can you send me the lottery tickets that they're gonna pull tonight? You know, so
yeah, exactly.
Is there a big Swiss lottery tonight?
No,
No, I'm talking about here. Our lottery in
yeah,
Louisiana. Maybe you could give me the
you want the
numbers. You
number
know.
in advance,
Oh,
right?
he
Hey,
would get
Bob.
the moon.
I did want to say one thing. I was on your show. One of the first shows you had. Dennis
Yes,
Brooks was on. Well,
yes.
Dennis bought one of the brand new V copters I got sold, and I got it to him, and he's flying that thing. So I just want to say he's
Oh,
happy. Yeah,
oh God, Dennis Brooks. He is a unique person. I don't know, Dennis. Are you in the chat? I don't know.
yeah. I don't see him, but yeah, he
I
did
don't
buy
know if
one of my
he
V
is,
copters.
but
I had two brand new ones in a box, so he's having fun flying that.
he is. He's a unique artist. I have to tell you. I have. Not only is he a drone flyer, but I mean he is. He's really a unique artist. He has
I mean,
put
yeah,
together some incredible artwork. He'll take somebody's business card and he'll make a biplane out of their business card,
yeah. He was showing
out of
that. Yeah,
little
boy,
kind
yeah.
of chunks and pieces of that. I mean, the most intricate thing, and it's just fascinating what he can do. He
Good,
is
good guy. Good guy. So
truly,
he's got a V copter he's flying.
yeah. Well, that's good. I was shocked. I figured that thing's not going to be as stable as like a DJI drone that I was familiar with.
Right.
And when I flew that a few weeks ago, I took it up and down that field and made a few turns and boy, it just felt as normal as could be
It's
flying.
just a it's just a fun drone to fly. I mean, the camera is, a couple years old, but hey, you don't have to shoot and film everything you fly. Just fly for fun, have fun.
Exactly.
So,
Good.
Johnny, are you happy with the Avatar?
I am. I tell you what, I really like this thing. We were just talking about DJI and that man, can you build a drone like this? Well, maybe I can't, but there's people that can. But hey, to buy the whole kit, and once you got the goggles, once you got the motion controller, if you did want to buy another, drone that would fly with it, so that's a big portion of the money. You got to get the controller, but yeah, I love it. To me, it's I'm not saying it's a fail safe, but I tell you what, it's pretty fun to fly and right out the
No,
box.
it's absolutely not fail safe. I already crashed one.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's not fail, but it is definitely for somebody like me that was kind of struggling with FPV. I feel comfortable with the motion controller, and I probably hadn't went through, I don't know, 10 or 12 batteries, but I am having fun with it. So
yeah, I'm also owning the original DJI FPV.
right.
So when the Avatar came out, I just had to buy the drone and the fly more kit because the goggles and the motion controller are working with it.
Sure.
And it's the Avatar. It's awesome. It's so quick in the corners and things like that. But yeah, like I said, you have to be careful with waterfalls. Otherwise, you do the same as I do. You have to go and take your monthly bath earlier. But
I'll tell you what, a lot of, yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of, and Bob was, at the South Florida drone meetup, but man, it was like, I think last year we saw, I don't say we saw a bunch, but man, it was a lot of analog. And this year, I don't even know if anybody was really flying the analog. It was all digital.
I think there was a couple analog.
There was one little, that young man of 10 or 12 years old was flying, but there was, I mean, it was fun. It's a great drone. And, look, it's not cheap, but you got to buy the goggles, you got to buy the controller. But if you do have that already, well, hey, just pick up the drone,
Sure. Did you also purchase the DJI Care?
I did.
Yeah.
My son-in-law crashed his already. He had to send it back. It's on the way back. And now he flies a lot faster than I do, but he hit something. And I don't know. I think it was given a propulsion ESC error, which means probably maybe a motor. One of the motors wasn't turning. So,
yeah.
But he really didn't hit. I say he didn't hit hard. I mean, he did, but nothing like I even saw the South Florida drone meetup. But hey, it happened, and they took care of it, and they're sending them on another one. So
no, I mean that's my first drone in 6 years that I really crashed, and that I had to use the insurance.
Right.
And man, I'm so happy with the DJI support. I mean, on the way from where I was flying, I was walking home. And on the way all home, I took my phone, I answered all the things, and it was about 2 mile walk. And when I was home, I already got the email that with all the payment information, it was $55 for a
Right.
new one, and you had to pay $250 deposit until they receive your damaged drone,
Right.
and then they will
Roger,
cancel.
what happened? I mean, how did you crash? I mean, what did?
I hit a waterfall and I completely sank it. I was about that much in the water,
Oh wow.
and what is it in your? I'm 6'4",
Okay.
so I was able to retrieve it. So
Okay, I'm about to say. So you did get it back.
yeah, but it was completely the lens,
Right.
everything was full of water,
Right.
and I just hit the credit card, and when I was home, I already had the return label. And in less than 48 hours, the drone was in my home.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my goodness.
I
Wow.
mean, I just used their box that they took to send me the new one to return my one. Everything was covered. I had nothing to pay. That was that $55, and within another, I think it was about 36 hours, that package was back to DJI, and everything was settled. The 250 deposit was canceled. So
Yeah.
I'm absolutely stunned by the service.
Yeah, my son-in-law should be. I don't know if is there two different. Maybe I know he had to send it back, and they already said that they were going to send him another one, but he hadn't got it back yet. But anyway, it's only been, I don't know, 6-7 days maybe. So
Well,
Wow.
you can do two things. There is when you have that crash and you go to their support site, they tell you you have the choice to do the DJI Express.
right,
So that means you pay the $250 deposit, or you do the standard. That means you will get the shipping label, you send your drone back, and they review it, and then they will send you the new one.
right.
It's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I think he did that one where I guess he didn't pay the deposit. I guess I don't know. I would have to ask him, but
Yeah.
he'll be getting it back here any day now. I think he did get an
Yeah, and it
email.
was without any comments. I got the new drone, the new battery, everything was top, perfect.
That's great. Yeah.
No, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Well, good. Good, good. So Lance has suggested a video. I have no clue what this video is, but since I have no solid thing for today, I'm going to bring this video up here, and he believes it's something we all should see. So I'm gonna bring it up, and
Bob, I'm a hop off. I'm gonna be listening. I
okay.
gotta go pick up my granddaughter, but I'm gonna be listening.
Thank you, Johnny.
Roger, nice meeting you.
Yeah, same to
Okay.
you. Have a good one. Bye.
Good, 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 good. Here we go. Okay, I'm sharing this this video here, and he says make sure you got the sound on. So we'll turn up a little bit of sound on it.
Our company was formed in 1982 or thereabouts through the desires of Jim Pearson of Cinema
The
Rental,
hover
and
cam.
Eric Duster, the designer of this.
Hoover cam.
Walt Farrar, who's been acting as our pilot here today. The three of us got together with Rick Higbee to operate the camera and have been going ever since. This company was formed because there was a need in the industry to put a camera in places you can't reach with any other means. That includes cranes and dollies and full-size helicopters. This gets us around and under things that you can't otherwise reach with a full-scale equipment, or it gets us much more flexible movement than you can do with a crane. You don't have to reposition equipment, you just fly the helicopter to that position. Hovercam is available for shots that can't be done in any other way.
It looks like a helicopter.
Away from things, or moving shots that you would with a dolly through an area and up and over things.
Lance, why don't you jump in here?
In and around places. We've flown from inside a building to the outside through a door or window, in and around trees, pretty much anywhere. Travel through tunnels. Can't think of anything else. Anything that you can fly a helicopter through. Anything that's got enough clearance off the end of the blades for us to fit through, we can fly through and around. This helicopter is controlled by a 3-man crew. There are 2 operators of the machinery.
Look at that antenna.
The helicopter just as you would either a full-size or a model helicopter.
You're on
and the
this.
camera operator has his own control system to steer and operate the camera independent of the helicopter control. To facilitate this,
Hey, Lance.
there are gyros on board the helicopter to smooth out the movement of the camera. If the helicopter moves, the camera it maintains its focus to take out any other aircraft motion. To get us to smooth a shot.
You want to narrate,
the gyros
Lance?
taken out of the control so that if the driver
Sure.
kind of shot,
Sure.
that can be accomplished as
So,
well.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Eric, the guy here with the beard, is a real good friend of mine. I've known him since basically just before he created this. Like it looks like a helicopter, and this guy is like one of the smartest guys I know. He tinkers. He loves to create things, and so he created this with his buddy, and they threw it down. And he's done some Hollywood, video projects for, of course, Hollywood back in the 80s and 90s, and he created this, and I'm just amazed at what he did and what he could do, and he finally posted it when YouTube was around. I think it's been on YouTube for about 8 years, but he created this in the 80s, but kind of a cool little contraption. You look at our drones and how quiet they are and how small they are. This thing, you have to fit in the back of a truck, right?
Yeah. This is the history of our hobby here, or our
exactly. I'm going to mute myself here. Hold on, I think.
You need to be able to orient the helicopter in many different situations. It's a lot different than in the local model airplane field. And the other thing is they need to be very accomplished in maintenance and understanding the mechanical things. And we'd like to find people that are already accomplished in that area. Something that goes beyond hobby into obsession level kind of thing.
Sorry about that.
The most challenging job we've done, I think probably they're all challenging, and that's part of the excitement of doing this, and that every single job has its own unique features and requirements. You have to solve things on the run in some cases. This one's been a good one. We've had a really good crew to work with. The Six Flags people, of course, were very helpful in getting this accomplished. Probably the most challenging technically is flying through a window or chasing a moving vehicle. We've done those kinds of things. Flying at night, one of our very first jobs was at night, and we didn't know about it till about 4 days before the shoot, and we had to come up with a way to do it. But it went off very smoothly. I think probably every job is a challenge. That's what keeps us going.
That's wonderful.
So he says flying through a window, and my little Avata, I have flown through many windows so far, and I've had it about 3 weeks. In fact, and I'm going to be on Johnny's his show tonight, and I'll talk about this there. But Johnny got one, Marcus Crawford got one, Ron Brown, and myself all got them about the same time. I think I've had mine maybe a week and a half longer than them, and but they're playing, and they felt the way I felt the first week I had it. It's like, oh geez, there's no way I can fit through that window, or there's no way I can fit through that gap, and again, I'll be talking about this on Johnny's show, but
well, as I said earlier, I went halfway.
Yes.
I bought the goggles and the Motion 2 controller, and I'm still waiting. They said my ship date is the 15th, so I don't know if I'm going to receive it on the 15th or it's going to leave them on the 15th. But that's the day that they announced that it was compatible with the Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah,
I bought it, because I've been wanting that. And flying here in Nevada, we don't get a lot of cloudy days, and we have some extremely bright, intense sunshine here. So I'm looking forward to trying this.
And did you get the Integra or the goggles too?
I got the Integra.
Yeah, and people swear by both of them. Actually, the Integra just seems more. My buddy has the Integra, and I have the goggles too. And the goggles too, I love. The only thing I don't like is you've got to hook your phone up to it to get it to take off.
Yeah.
So I'm flying it, and I pull my goggles up and I'm unhooking my phone, just because I don't want another thing hanging from my head. And then I'm fine, and then I take off. But it's another 15 seconds I've got to.
Yeah.
And but
well, the reason I went for the Integra instead of the 2, I mean, was only like, I mean, I think it was less than $100 difference, between the two of them. But I have 20/20 vision in one eye and 20/40 vision in the other eye. And my, eye doctor says you don't need any glasses, and he said, you just compensate for that slight difference that you got there. And so I figured with the, I didn't need all the complicated adjustments. So I went for the Integra. Plus, the
and you have the motion controller too.
2, yeah, the motion controller 2. It was a package that DJI's got together.
Okay.
There's a package of the Integra and the Motion 2.
And have you seen the videos on then using your RC for our Mini, being able to use the RC?
I'm hoping I can. Yes.
So use the motion controller because it's just kind of cool. You'll kind of freak out the first battery ish on flying it because it's some getting used to. But once you get used to it, you'll be okay. And then see if you can get your RC to hook up. I have not flown it with my Mavic 3 or my Mini 3 yet.
No.
With the goggles, I haven't done that yet. And then I thought, well, I want to use my RC as well, just to check it out. And again, I'm not going to be shooting any gaps with my Mini or my, that's what the Avata is for. So.
Yeah. No, I, at this meetup, what really intrigued me about the Avata was we're sitting in the lobby. Well, actually, I came back from dinner. I walked up to the hotel front door, and it's got an automatic sensor that opens the doors. And the doors opened up, and there was an Avata in my face. It was
that Lee's? That was Lee's, wasn't it?
Lee Blessings, yeah. And then he figured out that he could hover the Avata near the sensor, and it would open the door, and he could leave, and he could fly outside and then come back inside. And it was the little tiny doorways that he was moving that Avata through. I was fascinated that he had that much control inside with that, and he could go so slow inside with that drone.
Yeah.
I was, it was very impressive.
And then they got to fly under Audrey's legs. I saw that as well.
Yes, he flew right under Audrey's legs there. So, she was playing with him. Yep.
Yeah. And so a bowling alley hired me to do a fly through, and I flew through the pins, back behind the pins, and and I wasn't sure, I thought, oh geez, I don't know if I can fit through, and it was fun, I just took my time, but trying to come in I had heard your story before about the sensor. I've heard you say that a couple times in different places, and I thought
I repeat myself. I'm an old fart. I repeat myself.
so they said, so I saw the sensor on the bowling alley, and I thought, I haven't tried it yet. I had a kid open it up and I flew through, but I thought I'm going to try the sensor because I'm going back to do the end of the month, because we need to stage the bowling alley a little better and stage that we have a putt golf area. I've got the restaurant done. It's not going to be a one, like the viral bowling alley that was, shown a year or two ago, right?
Yeah.
It's not nearly that good, but it's going to be fun. And the owner is going to like it. I think he's already seen kind of what I've done. He says, yeah, we don't have to do a one shot fly through. You can piece it together. So I've got some ideas on what I'm going to do, because I also have some B-roll outside with the Mavic 3. I've got an Astro shot, and I've got a 360, and I've got some slow orbit stuff that I'll add in as we go.
Cool.
So,
And they're making this as a YouTube video for the promotion for the bowling alley?
yeah.
Ah,
So
wonderful.
yeah, and the end of the month, like I said, I'll stage it where I can get a guy, I mean, just all the pieces that I want to put together. But the big influencers I've had, Lee is really helped me a lot. He's very helpful when I email him or DM him, and same thing with Mark Fisher. Those two guys are.
We need to stop. Mark Fisher. Mark Fisher, are you out there? Happy birthday, Mark.
Yes, happy birthday, Mark.
Mark
I wish
Fisher's
I wished
birthday.
him happy birthday earlier
Anybody
this
in
time.
the chat, everybody should go to Mark Fisher's Facebook page or YouTube channel and wish today him a happy birthday.
Now, how old do you think he is, Bob? Looking at him, how old do you think he is?
Mid 40s.
That's what I think. I think 43, 45. And when we were talking on the phone, I said, and he had said something how old he was on a different video, and I said to him, I said, Mark, you do not look 57.
He's 57.
And I don't know if he's 58 now, but he's 50.
Wow.
I mean, the guy looks like he's got great genes. I mean,
well,
he looks
he's got
43, 45, doesn't he?
Energy, that's for sure. Roger, do you know Mark Fisher?
No, sir.
No, you need to get to know Mark Fisher. He is he's in Rhode Island, is that right?
Yes, Rhode Island. Yep.
Rhode Island.
Unless he's hitchhiking down to South Florida.
He has he does video for a living. That's his job, is shooting video, not just drone video, but video. And now he's doing, a lot of drone video for clients. And, but I mean, he is probably the most enthusiastic person that I've talked to, maybe in a long time. I don't know. He's really a passionate person. That's all,
Okay.
I love him to death. But
So
he's
Roger, he has got a great, awesome fly through of an auto body shop, and he does some really cool stuff with his. I mean, he's good with the Avata, and he's
new with it too.
Yes.
He's not had that more than a few months.
Yeah, and he just says, "Hey, practice." And if you someone might be able to put in the chat the video, but it's pretty darn good. What he does, and I'm like, hold on,
Wow.
I got to mute here.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You got one of his videos up?
Just
Share
one information that you were talking about the goggles and the Mavic and the Mini. I just looked it up. It's the Mavic and the Mini series is only capable with the goggles 2, the goggles Integra, and the RC Motion 2. So
that's
not
what
RC.
Yes. That's what DJI has been saying, and what Lance is saying. And I know there are multiple videos on YouTube showing people controlling it with the RC controller.
Yeah, let's see.
There's people. There's a certain steps that you need to do to make that work, but there are people showing it working, and I don't understand why DJI just doesn't make that work.
Yeah, and in my opinion, as long as DJI is not supporting the goggles and the RC, I will not try it on my Mavic 3 Cine. Because they see everything, and if I crash that thing, I would not be happy to lose a $5,000 drone that's not insured anymore because I did something stupid.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yep, use it at your own caution for sure.
Yes, totally agree.
I know there is, right now there is also with the Avatar, you have the FCC standard, and in Europe we have the CE standard,
right?
And the CE standard has way less power than the FCC. So with the CE standard, the drone is capable of doing approximately 2 miles a distance, and with the FCC, it's 8 miles.
Yeah.
Well, there is now a small hack out that you just have to put a text file on your goggles, and then you are enable the FCC.
FCC mode, right? Yeah.
That's something that you can do, But even if I would crash my Avatar without insurance, that's just $499,
Yeah.
But not.
Is that what the drone is now? $499?
Yeah, that's the drone only. That's
Oh,
what I paid.
is that euros?
Euro or Swiss francs. It's 1 by 1.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
But
Okay.
it's
it
what
was
I
more like
you also Switzerland is an El Dorado for electronic enthusiasts, because stuff here, everything that's electronic, is way expensive way cheaper than in the rest of the Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the Avatar, it makes about $80. The difference between Switzerland and, for example, Germany.
Yeah. Huh.
So,
yeah. Yeah. So you got a lot of friendly shipping going on.
you guys know the company Small Rig?
Small Rig? I think so. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got some pretty good thing from Small Rig. It's like a credit card size.
Yeah.
But
okay.
The real good thing is,
it's all
my SD cards.
SD card.
I paid $14.99 in the States. That's really some nice thing to keep all your SD or micro SD cards.
Yes.
And you can put it in your pocket or on your bag.
I don't know if you've seen this one. It's got, I don't know if you can see the slots. There you go. You kind of see there's 4 slots on one side and 4 slots on the other side. And so you can put 8 micro SD cards in this. It's a little bit thicker than a credit card.
Yeah.
But it's that size, yeah. Similar setup there. Very nice. I like that a lot. I have 2 of those. I keep one with each drone. So
and where'd you get that one, Bob? You remember? That's okay if you don't.
But it says SYMIK on the outside of it. I don't know if that's a brand or what that is there, but that's
a Chinese brand.
Is it? Yeah.
No, just kidding.
It's spying on me right now. Yeah.
If you put your SD cards in, it will transfer all the data on it to China.
All my data is going right to China. Yes, I'm sure. Yes. All good. Well, wonderful. So I'm in a new thing at the moment, and I hope some people can help me with this. Have you seen this thing here? It took a while to get this, but this is a charging hub for a Phantom 4. And I got some brand new Phantom 4 batteries. I was gifted a Phantom 4. One of my neighbors came and said, saw me in the driveway flying drones. He says, we have a drone that's been sitting in our closet for about 5 or 6 years. I was like, really? And he pulled it out, and it was the original Phantom 4.
Nice.
And so I did a lot of research on it for him. And I said, the batteries are dead. And, you got to buy new batteries. And I said, a battery's $160. And he said, do you want it? I said, I'll take it. and he gave me the whole shebang. So now I have a Phantom 4. When it's 35 miles an hour wind, I can fly. You know?
Yep. You can go fly with Chris Hope.
Yes.
He loves his Phantom 4.
Oh, well, everybody that I've talked with that has one says I'm never getting rid of that because that is the smoothest flyer. So I tried it once. I've taken off twice from my both from my driveway, and it is a different feel. It feels much more like you're driving a big truck versus a sports car, where flying in a Mini or an Avata is like flying a little sports car, So, but it's definitely a different feel. I was surprised, very surprised. So, Lance, let me ask you a question. Do you use Microsoft Teams?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, we do.
Good. I want to set up a test phone call with you
Okay.
one of these next couple days here.
Sure. Yep.
If you have time, I know this is lunch hour. It's at work here. So, but maybe this evening, I don't know. There's hockey this evening, so it's going to be hard.
Not here. The Kraken just got thumped last night.
I know.
Kind of like you guys did on game 2, I think.
Game 2, I don't know. It's shocking that we had the most 1-point games in all of the hockey that was decided by just one goal, and now every game is either 5-1, 6-2. I mean, there's no middle.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Roger. We're not talking about your football, but I am a football fan also, not American.
No issue at all. I like it too because, like I said, I was living in St. Louis, Missouri for 2 years, so I've been to hockey and football games.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of St. Pauli football club. I've got all their gear, and I've been to the stadium in Hamburg, and I have lots of friends that live in Hamburg, and so I hope to get over there soon and come to Switzerland and see you.
Sure.
I mean,
right now it's kind of rainy here since almost more than a week. We got always rain, and for the next 10 days it's still rainy. So I don't know when I'm going to fly.
We have long dry spells here also. It's usually the heat. It's where it doesn't get under 100 degrees even at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Though we have a few of those days here, but I've tried flying. I tell you, the Air 2S handles the heat much better than any Mini does, and it'll. I can fly the Air 2S for about 15, maybe 20 minutes before I get a heat warning on it.
And the Mini, it'll get a heat warning in minus 10 degrees. That thing overheats like no one's business.
Yeah, 5 minutes in Nevada, it's it's just not made for that, kind of thing. But no, I'm looking forward to the goggles, and I can sit in my car and have the air conditioning on and the goggles, and
you will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will like that.
I do hope they extend that to the Air 2S.
I hope they extend it to the goggles V2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the original DJI FPV, they had the goggles V2.
Yep.
Right.
And now they are supporting only the goggles 2 and the Integra, which are all on the same O3 syncs.
Yeah.
And
Should be.
Roger, do you have the V2?
The V2 was the original goggles to the DJI FPV.
Yeah, and you have those as well?
Yes, sir.
Those are a little bigger, though, aren't they? I mean, do you feel like they are heavier? They protrude? No?
Not at all. They're really comfortable, and because I'm wearing glasses, they are absolutely perfect. They go over my glasses. There is no heavy weight that pulls me down. It's
okay.
It has a strap across the top too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I wore them a year ago, and at this Florida thing, somebody put the V2, and I flew a DJI FPV for the first time, and it was exciting. I have to tell you, I did that, but they left it all in what's it called? Sport mode? Is that?
Manual, maybe?
Well, it's they have acro mode.
Acro, that's right.
No, there was no acro. I mean, it was like if I lit my hand off the controller, it stayed put. What is that?
It stays where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's normal or sports mode.
Normal. Okay, that's what I was flying in. So, yeah. So, because I've tried acro before and with miserable results.
Me too. Me too. But you know, the funny thing is, with the DJI FPV and the Avatar, for me, it's much more comfortable to fly with a motion controller than with the RC.
Okay.
Because when I fly the FPV and the Avatar with a motion controller, when I'm sitting there and got that little joystick in my hand, I feel like Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Okay.
It really is so intuitive. I mean, you got that little red circle in the center where you see where your drone is going, where you're pointing it, and you just go like down, up, right, left, and here with a first motion controller, you just have acceleration.
Yes.
And with a motion controller 2, you got the reverse when you push it forward.
Uh-huh.
And you can make some more moves because on the thumb, on the first controller, there was only the emergency brake, and now you have a joystick that you can also move the drone for doing circles and things like that. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. This is like going to be a whole new learning experience here, I think, huh?
That's trust me, that's going to be one flight and you're into it, and then you go back to the RC and you say, okay, now how I'm going to do that, and everything makes way more fun.
Okay, all right. I'm excited about the new possibility here. I really am.
Roger, have you tried the head tracking yet?
No, I don't have that because the goggle, that's only with I think the goggles 2 and the Integra. The V2, they don't have that.
Okay.
Good. Hey, I want to take a break for a minute, guys. You can all stay right there, but I want to talk about stickers. Okay. Did anybody in the audience, I know most of you in the audience here have stickers. I know, I don't know if Johnny is still here. I know quite a few of you guys, you like to share your stickers, or I had no clue until I got into the drone world that stickers were still a thing, although I should have. One of my clients is ordering usually between 6,000 to 10,000 stickers a month. They give away stickers. And I had no clue what a market for stickers there were. This is a foiled sticker here. And I have to tell you, they were extremely great price. and extremely easy to deal with here. And I'm going to show you where I got them in just a moment here. Here it is. It's called Sticker Mountain. Okay. And guy's name is Marcus, and they're in Denver. They're right outside of Denver, Colorado. And it's a small family-run business. I think they got about 10 employees. And they do the most precision sticker biz that I've encountered. I have a client that's extremely picky, and they wanted a metallic print with foil, with holographic foil, with raised UV, all on a sticker. And they were able to do that, no problem. I mean, it's really, so you have this embossed feeling and the metallic look and the holographic background. And I mean, it's just, they have the capability for a whole lot. So they are kicking back a little bit of money to me. So if you do buy drones, use this code called Sticky Drones. If you buy stickers, use Sticky Drones. When you check out, you get 10% off. They're already pretty good price, and I get a little bit. Okay. So if you're going to buy stickers, you can support Old Farts at the same time. That's the end of my commercial today. So what's going on? What's new there, Roger? Are you gonna are you waiting out the rain and you're gonna?
That's the only thing I can do.
Are you gonna edit video? That's what I do when I have days I can't fly and I've got time to do something. I can edit. I've always got.
I'm not saying that it's raining a lot here, but my camera does not show miles per hour anymore. It shows knots. No, I'm thinking of getting some RC subs because that's what I could use right now.
Yeah. So hang on one second. I got another new product. This is not a commercial time, but I'm just going to open this. This is a hood for the DJI RC.
Yeah.
You see, it's got all this contraption all over it. So I have not, it just arrived yesterday and is sitting on my desk all day here. But what I liked about it was it folded pretty flat.
Yeah.
So it can easily, stick in the top of a case. So,
but let me ask you this: how is the screen on your RC? Are you not happy with it? The brightness?
I'm really happy with it. Okay, but it is still it's still Nevada. Yes.
Because on this one, since I had the RC Pro, I never had any issue or was thinking of getting a shade. In the early days, when I had to use my phone, even the iPhone was bright, pretty bright. But I was using some shades on them, but on this one, I never had any issues. So that's why I was curious about why you use the shade.
In Nevada in the summertime?
So it's not getting too hot.
Yeah. You don't, I have a Triple Tech 6 or Triple Tech 8 Pro. And I think that's 1,000 nits, or it might be 1,200. I don't remember if it's 1,000 or 1,200. And, but I still need to use a hood on that triple tech here when I'm out in the desert in Nevada here.
Yeah.
It's still,
Pretty bright.
it's extremely bright here, so but I like the DJI RC. That is so, if I had to recommend something to a newbie, somebody entering, I mean, you don't have to mess with apps. You don't mess with your phone or wires or, any of those things. I know we are the Johnny come latelys to the drone business here, where these guys that have been soldering and, programming and doing beta flights, and they have these controllers with 15 switches on them and stuff. That was, the history we've evolved to. But to get that little DJI RC where you can just pop that out and turn it on and be ready to go, that is truly a ease of operation there. I'm definitely in favor of that, kind of thing. If they can afford $1,000 versus $500, if they had $500, I tell them to buy a Mini 2 and buy some ND filters, But if they had $1,000, I tell them to buy the Mini 3 Pro and the RC controller. Without a doubt, that would be my my two recommendations there. Yes. So Lance, you're doing a promo here.
Yeah, so this is my second. So if you go to that,
just hold on a second, Lance.
Yes.
Hey guys, I gotta go because it's already 10 past 10 p.m. here.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta get up at 4 o'clock again. So.
Oh, yuck.
Was nice to talking to you all. Was nice.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you for everything you're doing on the group. I do want to have a conversation with you about these chats. Since I started one, I'm sure you've seen the one that I started has kind of gotten crazy. And I've recently had a handful of people asking me, how do I get out of this? Once I got myself into it, and I did post on the group, there is an easy way of getting yourself out of the chat.
I know but these are the old farts. We don't read the manual. Okay, guys.
Of course not.
I wish you have a good one. Stay safe and fly safe.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. If anybody else wants to jump in, I'm going to hang on for a little bit more, but I'm going to bring up Lance's video here.
Actually, it's a website. Do you know Kula website, Bob? Do you do any 360 shooting at all?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so I do a lot of 360 shooting. In fact, I'm not real good at it, but I try to have a shot list of areas that I go, and I'll shoot an orbit, or I'll shoot a 360, or whatever I think I need, and I try to get all of them. And then when I get back home, I look and that 360 was garbage. I'm just going to toss it or whatever. So the one you're showing here is of downtown Seattle, just south of South Lake Union, and Angel, Bob. Angel and I met up here, and on my shot list was a 360, and this is what I captured. And if you go to the actual site and you go to my, and if you go to my whatever,
explore, about, pricing, support, sign in, register.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do it here. But just looking at that, so it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. There is a paid, subscription if you wanted more bells and whistles. But I just do the free, and you upload your 360. You can upload a 360 to Facebook as well, but in Facebook you can't zoom in and out. You're fixed. You can go around like you're doing here, But if you do it, if you upload it to a site like Kula, I'm sure there's, several sites like this, but Kula just seems to be the one I use. And I upload all my 360s here. Well, this is the second featured on their website that they posted for me. So
of the day by Lance right there.
Yep, and they usually keep it there about a week, maybe a little longer, and it's just kind of flattering and fun that because they get thousands and thousands of these a day,
Wow.
and it's kind of nice that they've chosen me twice in the last 2 months. I've gotten on their homepage twice. So
wow.
But this one here, I was like I said, I was flying with Angel, and it was raining almost the entire time. It stopped raining for a little bit. We got our birds up and we flew, and then we landed, and then we went over to West Seattle, and we were going to fly over there, and it just rained and rained and rained. Finally, he said, "Hey, I got to go." So he left, and I stuck around. I just sat in the car thinking, it's Seattle. It's going to stop. It'll stop for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can get to fly. And it did. It stopped, and then I flew out there as well. But yeah, just waiting for the rain. Today, 70 degrees, beautiful. In fact, I flew at my secret spot, number 13, downtown Tacoma, and did the Frank Russell building with the Mount Rainier in the window, and they've got a little light inside the building, and I put it right over the mountain, so it looks like it's got a halo on. It's pretty
Whoa.
kind of fun to play with. I mean, kind of stupid.
Oh.
But anyway.
Good. Well, I'll join this, and I do want to give this a try.
Okay.
And even with like the Mini 3 Pro, you can do the 360s without. Oh, got a phone call there. So I'm like I say, I was I'm very intrigued by this, and especially this virtual tour through real estate here looks extremely interesting, how they can do that. And so you can move forward from one spot to the other. I'm watching this real estate one through this house here. And so it looks like each one of these dots you can go to and get a perspective from that dot. It's fascinating. Oh, and then there's a drone in the sky. Oh.
So yeah, you can join for free, and like your Mini will shoot 360s, right? So you just go to the globe wall, you go to Pano and then the globe, you hit it, and it does the 360. It stitches it together. You upload, you pull that off. It's a JPEG. It also does 26 individual shots if you want to stitch them together, and they're high res, they're raw files. I don't bother to do that. Although I've been hired to shoot 360s for a company, and I've shot 5 or 6 different locations, and they want that 26 shots. So I put them all in my OneDrive and I send it to them, and they do all the editing. But for me, when I go to Kula, I just use the JPEG that the drone spits out.
Wow. So if you go to on the Mini 3 Pro, you go to Pano, you go to Globe, okay, yep. And then you shoot a 360 from there, okay. Does it put it together as a 360?
It's going to be a flat image. It's going to look really weird when you pull it on your computer. It's going to look like a flat, big, wide, flat image.
Right. Then how do you get it so you see it on YouTube?
So not on YouTube, but you can throw it on Facebook exactly like that. Facebook has the algorithms to make it a 360, but you can't zoom in and out if you do it on Facebook. You only see what you see.
Right.
If you go to Kulu, you can actually pinch and zoom in and zoom out once you upload it to Kulu. And so it allows you to zoom in and out, which is kind of a cool feature.
I see. And then you can share that link, the Kulu.
You share that, and that's what I share my Kulu link. And so you'll see on my post, see a big 360 on that, and you know that that's Kulu. You click on it, it's going to take you out of Facebook, but it's going to take you to Kulu where you can pinch in and out.
Gotcha.
If you stayed on Facebook, then again, you don't get to zoom in and out, and they squash a lot of your content, right? So
Good. Okay. Well, good. So I'm
Matt Bagwell, how are you doing, bud? See Matt in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, Matt Bagwell's here. Yay. How you doing? Atlantic Aerials. We admire your stuff every day, Matt. We really do. The UPS man flying a drone there. We love it there. And so if anybody else got anything they want to share, you send me a link in the chat or something there. I am going to make a last minute pitch here for Write Your Lawmakers. Oppose the ban on Chinese drones. And if you need any information from me about that, I've been actively working with a variety of people in the government and my local legislators and my national legislators. I'm having a Microsoft Teams meeting. That's why I asked you, Lance, about I need somebody to test with. I'm having a meeting on Friday with U.S. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto and her technology person. And we are doing that on Microsoft Teams on Friday, and to talk about this banning Chinese drones. And I strongly encourage everyone else to communicate to your lawmakers and let your opinion be known. Okay, they are only listening to lobbyists that are currently being paid for by companies that want to outlaw DJI, so we can no longer buy DJI and are forced to buy their product if we want to continue flying. So that's the unfortunate situation that that we are in the drone community at the moment. As I've said multiple times, if the Chinese government and the Chinese people want to steal information about the United States, please get it from these devices. We all have one. Every single person has one. They are all made in China, and we all have them. And you will get much more information from this than you will get from my drone. Okay. So end of my soapbox.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. So all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. We're almost 20 minutes after 1 here.
Okay.
Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Oh, Mike, I see Michael from Fly Zone and Charles. I didn't acknowledge any of these people. Mark White, how are you doing? Good. KSK Enterprise. Good to see you guys. Joe America.
Yeah.
Thank you here, Joe. Thank you for sending DJI documents to your U.S. State politicians. And so people are participating, and I'm glad to see that. And I hate to sound like but if we want change, we have to make action. And so that's what we have to do. So let's salvage our hobby and write your congressman. Okay. Thank you all. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye, Lance. I'll see you on Johnny's show tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
And Bob, you want to hang out just for a second after you close everything?
Sure. Okay.
We'll talk Teams.